Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm joking, y'all already know that's not my real voice. Okay, so hello, welcome to my channel. Down and dirty with your girl, Dee Dee. Hey, how are we doing? Because it's flip a page Friday, flip a page Friday, flip a page Friday, flip a page, flip a page, flip a page, flip a page Friday. Hey, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Okay, so I know last week we did a stand alone, and it was still in our reverse harem world. Okay, so I just want y'all to know that I do read more than reverse harems, okay? I want y'all to know that. So, we're going to talk about a book series today. I have some books I need to recommend for you guys in the coming weeks. It's those like Instagram. Y'all ever been on Instagram and had those like book links where they're just like some like random book? You have to go on a site and they want you to pay freaking a lot of money for their chapters and stuff. Well, no, we're not dumb. I found it for free. Okay. I'm not telling y'all because I don't want it to get shut down in case it's not okay. But I found them for free. Okay. And I've been reading the divorce tropes like nobody's business. No, I've never been divorced, never been married. Okay. She's single and she's not ashy today. She put on lotion. Y'all see this? Ooh. Anywho. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. If you watch WWE Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. But anywho, hopefully I'll be able to recommend those books for you guys in the coming weeks. Because hopefully we'll have like some or one of them wrapped up. I'm reading three. I think I'm reading three at the same time. So I just go and I refresh one, and then I go and I read those chapters, and I refresh another one and read those chapters, and I just keep repeating. And then I'm reading another one on Kindle that I started today or yesterday, either way. So super excited to share with you guys on the divorce tropes coming up in the next few weeks. So be looking out for that. But today we are talking about the Daughter Trilogy, okay, by C.M. Owens. She did her thing with these books. I think this was probably one of the freshest takes on Greek mythology when it comes to like your, because I feel like it's hard to class like Greek mythology in a genre. Because like if it's just, you know, what's in the books, it's like a history kind of thing, but it's like there's no proof, you know, it's, you know. So I found the series years and years and years ago, okay? The first book in the series is called The Daughter of Aphrodite. Then we have the second book that is The Daughter of Asteria. And then the third book that's The Daughter of Chaos. These are all different kinds of gods and goddesses in the books. There's all different kinds. You meet Poseidon heirs. You meet Athena heirs. You eat it up. You meet there's like the son of Helios, you know, there's gosh, I forgot the name that they used. It's like the war, and then there was a lot more that I literally, when I tell y'all, I couldn't even tell y'all half of the different gods and goddesses, titans, sub creatures and stuff that we meet in all three of these books. I literally could not tell you. I would literally have to go reread it for like the 5th or 6th time because I've reread it quite a bit over the years. And I found this like way forever ago, but they're so good. It's just like a fresh take. And And by like a fresh take, I mean, it's not your typical it's not your typical Greek mythology fictional, pathway. Okay. It's set in modern times. They got cell phones, vehicles, skyscrapers, yachts, private planes, all sorts of kinds of things. Okay. It's definitely set in modern times, but with a modern twist. I really love this series. And now that I'm talking about it, I may have to go reread it again because it's just that good. It is, I guess, technically a romance book because obviously there is a big portion of it is romance. Okay. But at the same time, it's not. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it's more so like normally in a romance book, the romance is where your mind is going, what's the big focus, but like the big focus for this is like her powers awakening because she doesn't even know she has these powers. Okay, until like halfway through the first book. Okay, we don't even figure out what's going on with her because he thinks that she's sick because he thinks that she's mortal and she thinks she's mortal. She doesn't even know what immortals are. Her birth parents are really good people, but like when you first find out about them, you're just like, how could they abandon her? But then it explains everything and it's great. Okay. And I wouldn't say this book is spicy. I wouldn't say it's spicy at all. I really genuinely feel like it would be like a PG-13 kind of thing, like those PG-13 like schmeck scenes where it's implied, but you see absolutely nothing. This is the book version of that. So it's implied, and then they'll kiss and, but there's no other description past like kissing. It may be taking off the clothes or like the clothes burning off because her clothes burn off when she gets passionate because she's the daughter of Aphrodite. But I really can't like go too much into detail because you guys really should read this. I feel like for me personally, these are some of my favorite books that I've ever written. Now, come on, Destiny, get it together. Okay, that I've ever read. I feel like it's hard for me to reread a series that I've already read and know what's going to happen. But I feel like every time I read it, I find a different like tidbit of information that I forgot or that I didn't see the first time or a different visual or like a moment of like, wait, what happens? I forgot. Like it's just, there's so many twists and turns. There's like politics at play amongst like these immortals, and they have like a hierarchy, and that becomes a thing. You have like the Titans. Well, there's really only 2 full-blown Titans still alive. And at that point, there was only one, they said, but the second one that's alive, that's a plot twist later on, which I'm not going to explain because then it's going to give it away, and I can't give it away. You got to go read it. Okay, you got to go read it. You got to go flip that page or swipe that page because it's only on Kindle. But, oh, gosh. I feel like the attention to detail in not just like the main story, but like the subplots. It just goes deep into it. It's such a deep dive. Like it's a real deep dive, I feel, of Greek mythology because, like I said earlier, there is a lot of like in these books. Let me pivot for a second. But in these books, when I say daughter of or son of, in these series, the Greek gods that they have descended from or titans that they descended from, nobody's full blood anymore. Everybody is cut, dice, and sliced at this point, right? So, but the daughters of, so like Aphrodite can only have daughters when she has kids, right? And if you're a son of Poseidon, you can, in this series, you can have sons and daughters. And then there's certain lines that, you know, you can't procreate with. You need a son or you need a daughter of in order to procreate. And then it's like, it's crazy. And then you have to willingly open your womb. So there is no risk like getting accidentally pregnant, even though there's a plot twist on how she gets pregnant in the book. It's a plot twist. I tell you what, and what happens and what goes on. Oh my God, y'all. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. I honestly loved every part of the books. Like, and at that point, I was reading a lot of spicy books at that stage, right? And like, I kind of got out of it now. Back then, I was reading all of the spice. So, like, the fact that I've read this book and it's like, we're not even going to get it a half of a chili pepper, okay? We can maybe give it a 16th of a chili pepper, okay? Maybe. You know, it's not spicy. I feel like not any age, but I would definitely say, you know, late teens, early 20s and beyond should read this age-wise. None of the other books that I've giving you guys should probably be read by anybody, especially Alice in Wonderland and the Den of Vipers. Like in TV world, that's TVMA. Okay. And oh God, honestly, the Alice in Wonderland, that might be an incognito tab kind of thing. Like it might not even be, that might be that Netflix. Okay. That Netflix. Yes, that Netflix right there. Okay, it's a little different. It's a little different. But this book has like barely any spice in it. I wouldn't even say the spice. Like I said, it really just describes like them making out, and then like, yeah, it really doesn't go too risque. I feel like it would be in movie form or, you know, TV form. It's a PG-13 kind of like situation because obviously it's applied, but it's not a deep dive into it. We're not getting descriptions on the anatomies and none of that. Okay, we're not getting any of that. Okay, but we're getting plenty and plenty of good writing. Okay, and the book series as a whole, she did her big one with this one. Okay. I wish you guys could like buy the individual books or get the individual books, but you have to buy it as a trilogy or have to get it as a trilogy. There's no other options for that. But I wish that y'all could like, because I want them physical formed, right? Because those are like really, when I tell y'all, some of my favorite books I've ever read, period. And at this stage, I've probably read close to 1,000 books if I haven't got to 1,000. I actually could not quantify how many books I've read in my life. And I could have worse addictions. It could be Schmith. Okay, at least I'm not on Schmith. All right, I'm on reading those books. So I'm definitely going to reiterate when I want to reiterate how different of a take this is. I've never, ever, ever read another take on Greek mythology this way. It just hasn't. There's like different powers that each one of them have. So you're kind of getting like a magic kind of thing, but not really. There is kind of like a magic. It's kind of like magic, okay? But it's not like witchcraft. It is magic, but not witchcraft. There we go. There we go. I'm getting it together, y'all. Okay, so it is magical, but it's not witchcraft. And I wouldn't say there's any kind of like fantasy in it. Like I said, it's the Greek mythology, a different take, a fresh take. the best take, okay? Because the different powers that they have, the things they're able to do, how they're able to kill each other with these different powers, the weaknesses that they have, like the reasons why things transpired, because like the villain in here, there's more than one villain. Okay, there's more than one villain. But the villains don't really like fully, how do I explain it? They don't fully out themselves. You get a different villain each book. Each book is a different layer of craziness. No, let me rewind that back, because I don't think I feel like maybe at the end of the book two and like between book 2 and 3, maybe there may be there are two, but they may be in both of the last book. But you find out about the fact that it's not just the first villain acting alone after the first book. In the second book, you figure out there's somebody else there, and then there's a whole extra drama, and then they like raise the dead, but you got to like raise the dead with somebody that they're really scared of, and it was like an abusive ex of hers, and like, I almost told you. Oh my god. Okay. Basically, at this point, you guys just need to go read it. You need to go. I don't know if you can get the audio version. When I put the screenshots in, it'll at least show you that, either there is a audible version or not. But seeing as it's just the trilogy as an option, I have the individual books because I got them way back when, right? But since it is just the trilogy option only now, I don't know if it'll have a actual audible. So at least you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. You can get it on, you can purchase it on Kindle. I think it's 99 cents. I think it's 99 cents. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Not even front. Pretty sure it's just 99 cents. So, which is crazy because it should be so much more popular than it is. Maybe you guys will turn it into what it should be and like really way more known. But I feel like people get weird about the mythology and they're just like, oh, I don't want to read any Percy, please. Okay, it's not Percy. All right. That's not a fresh take. That's the old take. That's the regular take. Okay, the regular take. We're talking about a fresh new thing, and that is The Daughters Trilogy by C.M. Owens. I am giving it a 10 out of 10 would recommend, because some of these are going to be like a 4 out of 10. Like, it's worth reading, but like if you don't read it, you're not missing out. No, if you don't read this, you're missing out. You're missing out, and you don't be missing out. You don't want to have any FOMO. I know the kids don't say that, but I'm old, so I can. Okay, you don't want any FOMO. Go read it, okay? And then come back to the comment section and tell me you read it. And tell me if you loved it or not, or tell me if you hated it. If you hated it, I'm so sorry. But what's wrong with you? Because it's so good. Okay? It's so good. Every one of the books is... You think you know what's going on. You think you got it figured out. And then boom, bam! Twist. Like, she thought to do that? They didn't even say that in the book. I didn't even know that was going on. What? It's giving that. Okay? And it's great. And you should read it. I'm going to go reread it after I finish all of my divorce books that I'm reading. I hope that's not me speaking anything bad into my future. Okay. Because nobody wants to get divorced out here in these streets. It's too much of that going on. Okay. It's too much. So, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. Okay. But pause. Don't hit pause. Just pause. And then I need you to go hit that like button. Okay. I need you to go leave a comment. Okay. I need you to go hit that subscribe. Okay. And hit that notification bell. Do it. So you know when I post the next videos. Okay. You got to do that. Do it for me. Do it for you. And then do it for me and do it for you. Okay. Because we're in this together. And I appreciate y'all. Okay. So I'm going to see y'all next week on Flip a Page Friday. Bye.